mal, porque tu já tá de olho no meu corpo, piranha. Tu tá de olho no meu pau.
Okay, so Thor versus Poseidon. Who between those two, right, held back the most? You know, Thor versus Lubu, Poseidon versus Sasaki. Who literally held back the most between those two? I will just say this right now. These two are very similar. They both didn't really take the opponents seriously at first. I would say Poseidon didn't really take his opponent seriously like throughout the whole fight. Thor, he saw the potential, he saw what Lubu was actually capable of, the warlord that literally destroys anything that comes within his path. So yeah, I really do hope that you guys get what I'm trying to say at the end of this video. This video, right, is about who held back the most. I literally summed it right down to these two characters in Record of Ragnarok, and that's Thor and that's Poseidon. Thor, with his electrokinesis, he didn't really use it as much in the fight as you guys would think he would. Like in the fight between him and Lubu, Thor was using his brute strength a lot, and that is not something to be looked down upon. It's just that you would think that with Thor's, teleportation, Tesla's not the only one that can teleport. Thor was seen to teleport within the arena. Thor will see if you had that potential enough to awaken his true power. In anime or movies or TV shows or whatever, they always show the weapon to be stronger than the person that's wielding it. But with Thor, that's not the case. Mjolnir, I don't know, I think it's because of my MCU mindset or my comic book mindset with Thor. Mjolnir being this powerful divine weapon literally defines who Thor is. And I'm not talking about Stormbreaker as well, I'm just talking about Mjolnir. He has to wear gauntlets that can suppress his true power because he might break Mjolnir, the definition of the god of thunder. Literally, Thor showed that he could take out Lubu with one swoop in that match from the very beginning, and that's why I had to put him up against Poseidon, because Thor is literally what I would say a god should be, but Poseidon is what the personification of what a god should become. But in my opinion, I think it should be Thor, because not only is Thor ruthless, abiding to the principles of godlyhood, he also is, I wouldn't say nice, I wouldn't say that he's the nicest of all the gods, but he is also the one that more nicer than Hercules, because Hercules, I feel like he's the Superman, but that's for another video. I think everyone in the Record of Ragnarok community would say Poseidon was the one that was holding back the most between out of all the gods, right, that fought in Record of Ragnarok, which I think might not be the case, and let me tell you guys why. Poseidon's hydrokinesis is the ability to control the seas itself. It's the ability to bend the seas to his will. So I feel like that Poseidon's hydrokinesis would definitely change the outcome of the battle between him and Sasaki, but his personality is what killed him. We all know that. But at the same time, Poseidon is the definition of what a god should be. Even though I think that it should be Thor, Poseidon is the definition of what a god should be. Cold, ruthless, looking down on humans, and also basically consistent with it. That's what Poseidon is. He was very consistent until the bitter end when he died. So I have to give Poseidon that. Like, he didn't change up his fighting style. He was basically doing the exact same thing throughout the whole battle between him and Sasaki. Poseidon's hydrokinesis is something to not look down upon, especially in the battle that we saw in the Record of Ragnarok. If he would have used his hydrokinesis, Sasaki would not win. I would definitely think that. They were surrounded by the sea, and if he used his hydrokinesis to literally surround Sasaki with, these pinpoint or blind spot attacks, alongside with his jab attack with the 40-day flood that we saw in Record of Ragnarok, I feel like that Sasaki would have definitely lost compared to Thor going up against Lubu, when Thor literally one-shotted Lubu with his full power awakened state with the gauntlets off, because he saw his match. Like, the hammer will awaken when Thor meets not his match like strength in equal, but when he meets someone worthy of his true power. So I would definitely think that Thor, in my opinion, was probably holding back the most. Let me just tell you guys this. Compare hydrokinesis to electrokinesis, right? Let's compare these two. Which power is more greater? Poseidon's hydrokinesis or Thor's electrokinesis? I think we can all agree that Thor's electrokinesis is the strongest one between the two. Let me guys tell you why. He has the ability to teleport. He could have teleported. He could have spanned that. We saw the Tesla versus Beelzebub fight. Imagine that consistently throughout the match. Thor just teleporting everywhere throughout that fight. Lubu wouldn't stand a chance. If he used his electrokinesis 24/7 in that fight, that match would have been done in 2 minutes, probably 1 minute. It would have been over. I know that Thor's hammer will not awaken till he meets someone truly worthy of his full might. At the same time, I feel like that he could have killed Lubu without his awakened state.
What did he say?
With his teleportation and with his other abilities, with his electrokinesis powers. If I'm going to be honest with you, Poseidon's hydrokinesis was definitely something to be fair during that match. I will give you guys that. We're comparing Thor and Poseidon together. We're not comparing Poseidon and Sasaki, nor are we comparing Thor and Lubu in this video really. What I'm comparing is who held back the most. Was it Thor or Poseidon? And I'm gonna say it's Thor. With the power that he had and the power that he possessed, alongside with having the most powerful divine weapon, alongside being the most powerful Nordic god, Thor takes a win, in my opinion. And I think many of you guys would agree with me on this statement as well. Okay, so that's the video, guys. I hope you guys like, share, subscribe, you guys, and please comment down below if you guys agree with my statements. Please comment down below if you guys think that I missed out on anything, or please comment down below which one of these two mighty gods, Poseidon or Thor, will take the win when it comes to who held back the most between the both of them. But yeah, with that out of the way, thank you guys for watching, and peace until next time.
Boom.